Welcome to my PowerPoint about Captain America, a Vanguard, and Marvel Rivals. Of course, we're going to get through this very quickly, so let's get in his first ability, his primary fire, Sentinel Strike. He does a 2-hit combo that does 40 damage per hit, and if he lands both hits of the first initial combo, he then begins to throw shields. Shields deal 45 damage and are ranged and can ricochet to enemies. Then we have Living Legend. Captain America raises his shield that has 400 HP. Note, this has an internal cooldown of 1 second, so you can't just put up the shield and drop it like Doctor Strange. It also reflects projectiles and damage sent into it at 50% damage, but it is not something you can aim, so it's completely luck if it will hit the enemy. Then we have his shift ability, Leaning Dash. Captain America gains a 33% movement speed increase, and he is able to jump higher up to 5 meters because you cannot use the shield while in the air. Super Soldier Slam. This is Captain America's first ability that does damage, but it doesn't really do much damage, just 30 damage on a 12-second cooldown. Typically, you're trying to use this as an escape, but it does have a knockup. If this ability either did more damage or had a shorter cooldown, it would be very interesting, but the fact that it doesn't kind of holds Captain America back a lot. You have Liberty Rush, which is Captain America's next ability. This is a dash similarly to Super Soldier Slam, but it is on a shorter cooldown and it does the same amount of damage. If you are going to be engaging a fight, you typically want to either use this or the slam and not both. Using the slam does give you a knockup, which is nice, but it's not the best thing ever. Typically, if you are making use of the knockup, you're going to have like a hit scan player on your team, and you tell them, hey, just shoot that guy, and you know, it works. Vibranium Energy Saw. This is the best ability in Captain America's kit, in my opinion. It hits invisible targets, it does good damage starting at 70, and it, does a fall off after how many enemies it hits, and it will hit multiple enemies. You can use this to finish off low HP enemies, as it will just bounce off the ground. You don't have to hit them with it directly, but hitting invisible targets with this is really satisfying. If you are going against something like an Invisible Woman, you can actually find out where she is by throwing this, and she will become she'll stop being invisible. Then we have his ultimate, Freedom Charge. Captain America goes, Avengers assemble, and then he leaves a line behind him that gives shield, 150 bonus health to allies, 100 bonus every second afterwards, gain 100 bonus health, etc. You should be using this as a support ultimate to support your team, especially if you need to double support ult. It's better to use Captain America ult than to use 2 support ults because they're just better. His ultimate's not that great. You should almost never be using this when diving their backline unless you have other teammates with you, but it is something that you do have to learn how to use for his kit. Overall, it's not that great of an ultimate. And then lastly, we have his team up, Charged Aegis. It is with Thor, and then Storm's there to tag along. It gives Captain America just more damage. He presses C, and then he is now permanently throwing shields for the duration. They deal 50 damage, and they're going to bounce. He also gains a slight movement speed increase during this time. Overall, this is a pretty good team-up ability. It makes Captain America a lot better, and if you do have a Thor in your team, you are quite happy. However, Thor Captain America isn't the best team comp ever, although the team-up is quite good, so there is that.